So, what are some tips that you'd give our audience on taking more profit home at the end of the day?
Well, not everyone is a numbers person. I happen to be one, and I'm a firm, huge believer in the power of financial systems. So if you don't know your numbers, find someone who does and figure out what your cost structure is in your business and tighten those costs. In most small businesses, the biggest costs obviously are your cost of goods or, what you pay for what you're selling and your labor costs. So you really need to tighten those up. And then once you have a really good handle on, getting the best cost and profitability in those two areas, then there's so many other efficiencies you can find in your business to save your company money. I recommend that you shop routinely all of your suppliers for every product or service your company buys, everything from credit card processing to snow plowing to trash removal to cable TV and internet services. You name it, you've got a whole long list of costs every single month. You got to shop these around to get the best price on the quality that you expect, on comparable quality. And then let's go back to that cash cow idea. Every business needs to find its cash cows that the customers love and appreciate, that are almost pure profit to sell to them. And you just can't have too many cash cows in any business because it literally drives profit to your bottom line. And then, of course, you have to have a staff that is knowledgeable of the products and services that you're selling and to make suggestions that your customers will appreciate, will enjoy, whatever you happen to be selling. So all those things really, put dollars and dollars and dollars to your bottom line as opposed to pennies. You really got to focus on your biggest expenses first and then find efficiencies across your operation. And that's really what my book was all about. I wrote this book called Rock Your Restaurant. Some of the concepts will apply to any business, but essentially it's all about, whether you're a numbers person or not, putting financial systems in place to max your profits. Because let's face it, you're working so hard in your small business, your staff are working just as hard, you might as well be making as much profit as possible, or else you're just spinning your wheels. I do a lot of consulting in this business, and I find so many restaurant operators that don't know what their numbers are, what they mean. They don't know what their most profitable items are. And, again, they might have a busy restaurant and they're still not making any money and they're just wondering why. So some of the things we just talked about are some of the keys to increasing profits and not spinning wheels, but printing dollars and taking it to the bank.